Which cricketer is set to lead the Trinbago Knight Riders? I'm going to be telling you. Uske baad dekhenge which are the three potential venues that the BCCI might contemplate to continue the 14th season of the IPL. और सबसे अंत में देखेंगे what is it that MS Dhoni is waiting for and why is he asking his teammates to fly back home before he flies back to Ranchi. All these updates in this edition of the News Tracker. Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. If you haven't liked, share and subscribed to Cricket Tracker as yet, jaldi se kar dijiye. And most importantly, I hope you're staying at home, staying safe, and of course, wearing your mask when you step out. My name is Nivedna Prabhu, and let's begin this video to find out what's making news in the world of cricket. Well, the Caribbean Premier League is all set to start and this cricketer is set to lead the Trinbago Knight Riders. Yes, I'm talking about Kieron Pollard, who is set to captain once again for this team in this edition, of course, of the Caribbean Premier League. Now, of course, Pollard took over after Dwayne Bravo was, injured in 2019, and after that, of course, Pollard stepped in, and ever since then, it's been no looking back for him, and he's, of course, super excited because last year also, this team went on to win the T20 Championship in the Caribbean Premier League. Now, this was also shared on social media by the official social media handle of the Caribbean Premier League, and they took to Twitter to share the news that Pollard will be leading this particular franchise. Now, what exactly was said in that tweet, I'm going to be telling you. So they were super excited to say that Kieron Pollard is back to lead the Trinbago Knight Riders and for CPL 2021. But most importantly, I actually want to know from all of you, how excited will you be to be looking at the Caribbean Premier League and also Pollard leading as a captain? I want to know, especially from all your Mumbai Indian fans, because of course everybody loves it when he plays in the IPL. So I want to know, how excited are you for the Caribbean Premier League and Pollard's captaincy skills? Let me know in the comment section below. But moving from one T20 league to another T20 league, which was unfortunately, of course, suspended midway because of the rise of COVID-19 cases in India, I am talking about the 14th edition of the IPL. And of course, in this particular tournament, what has really happened now is the question about when it's going to be continuing, what are the venues going to be like, what is BCCI really deciding about this? For starters, of course, we have to speak about the fact that India is definitely not an option again, and these are various factors to it, whether the fact that whatever happened currently and which is why they had to suspend it midway, or probably because of the end of the day there are many overseas players, of course, taking part. So it really talks about the logistics once again. Whereas sources claim that there are three potential venues that the BCCI is looking at, and these three potential venues, out of which one is England, the other is UAE, and of course having another potential one is Australia. Now these three venues are being looked at, and it's of course not the first time that the IPL would be moved out of India if that has to happen. On the other hand, one has to really understand that this is a decision that's going to be taking a lot of logistics and of course coordination as well, because other tournaments were also set to happen from that June period to September, and now the BCCI apparently is looking at a September agenda to really continue the 14th season of the IPL. But how would that happen? Well, a source has claimed a couple of logistical kind of reasoning that would happen in this particular scenario. What is that? I'm going to be telling you. For starters, of course, even the overseas players won't be willing to come given the havoc wreaked by the second wave of COVID-19 in India. So of course they will be wary of it. But on the other hand, the unnamed source said that it has to be played overseas. Certain suggestions have already been heard. The BCCI just has to make up its mind. Now, of course, it has to make up its mind because one, after it being suspended in the middle of the season, that is one thing to understand how to get all these players once again under one roof safely, because at the end of the day, everything really ends and begins with safety of the players, safety of the staff, and safety of everybody really involved in the 14th season of the IPL. Whereas these three venues are being considered. But what do you all think? Out of these three venues of England, Australia, and of course UAE, where do you think that the BCCI might really zero in on? Comment below and let me know your thoughts for sure. If there's one captain known for his amazing personality, even off the field, and his gestures, has to be Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Now, as per reports, Mahendra Singh Dhoni has reportedly delayed going back to Ranchi because he wants all his teammates to fly back home safely first, and he feels like it is kind of his responsibility to ensure that all his team members are safe. Now, irrespective, of course, of what the situation has been with the 14th season of the IPL, he still is, continuing his captain-like personality of really taking care of all his members. In fact, in a virtual meeting that took place with all the CSK members, he was making it very clear that his stance is that everybody needs to get back home, especially when they also have overseas players taking part in a tournament like this and has been suspended midway because, of course, of the pandemic concerns. Now, an unnamed source also said something about this particular situation, and I'm going to be telling you what the source said. The person said that Mahi Bhai said that he will be the last person to leave the hotel. He wanted foreigners to leave first, then the Indian players. He will be taking the last flight tomorrow when everyone reaches their home safe and secure, is what, of course, a member of CSK was quoted as saying by the Indian Express, a media house. Now, this, of course, also, one has to keep in mind that, of course, Mike Hussey also tested positive. So there will be concerns, of course, but Dhoni has made it very clear that he wants to ensure, especially with the kind of health, whether it's foreign players or also, of course, other players of his team, it is very important for him, and they come first, and only then will he really go back to Ranchi after everything is really sorted. What do you all think about this gesture of Dhoni? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the News Tracker. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Cricket Tracker, and of course follow all our social media channels so that you are updated about everything happening in the world of cricket. My name is Nivedna Prabhu. I'll be seeing you very soon, but until I see you next time, tell me which team, according to you, whatever the tournament happened so far of the 14th season of the Indian T20 League, which franchise performed the best according to you? Comment below and let me know. I'm looking forward to seeing all those answers. I will see you very soon. Until then, take care, stay safe, and please don't forget your mask and stay at home. Bye-bye.